everybody. We've had the sprint qualifying session for the Chinese Grand Prix, and we start with a roar to honour the iconic Eddie Jordan. That roar synonymous with the FFS podcast, which he was doing with David Coulthard. I mean, what an amazing character. A sad, sad day for Formula One. A true icon has been lost, akin to Niki Lauda. This guy was absolutely incredible. The team owner of the F1 Jordan outfit, brought through the likes of Michael Schumacher, ran with Damon Hill, the underdog, the absolute battler, fighter. He's been fighting and lost his battle with cancer in the end. Passed away in his home in South Africa where he's been living. He was the and broker the deal for Adrian Newey across to Aston Martin most recently. And yeah, just really, really sad. He was so pushing everyone to just go and get yourself checked out for the cancer, and sort of push through that message for Eddie. Thoughts go out to his friends, family and loved ones. An absolute legend of the sport. There's very few that I would say that to. He was absolutely one of them. Brought back real childhood memories of me watching that Jordan outfit, the buzzing bee, the Jordan Honda, and winning in Spa, Belgium. The 1-2 was absolutely fantastic. Brilliant memories. The musician and his commentary and punditry in the end was absolutely second to none. The joy and the wildness that he brought to the whole show really spiced it up. He was, like everybody was said, a true character and an icon of the sport, and he will be really sadly missed by everybody. And as ever, the world of Formula One moves on, and we've had the sprint qualifying session for the Chinese Grand Prix. And well, what a session that turned out to be. A surprise man on pole, especially for me when you looked at my predictions. And a surprise man last in Q1 is where we're going to start. SQ1, everybody on the medium tyres for SQ1 and Q2. They get the softs in the SQ3 session. And it was Liam Lawson in last place. Made a mistake on his first run. His second run was sloppy and he went wide off track and got time deleted for track limits, and he starts in last place. Is this second Red Bull seat just cursed? Is the word I was looking for, really. It's absolutely horrible to see. Liam Lawson, the young man, you thought he's going to go in there with a new spring in his step, and yeah, he's really, really struggled last time out, and the qualifying session for him couldn't have gone much worse, whereas a session which he was probably really hoping to turn things around and show what he's actually been made of and why he's been brought in. But that just tops off a horrible session for him. Hopefully he can put things right in the sprint later. We've got Nico Hülkenberg starting in 19th for the sprint, Ocon in 18th, Pierre Gasly in 17th, and Jack Doohan in 16th. Now, the star of that session was Ollie Behrman, who got himself up into P10, 9 places or 8 places ahead of his teammate Esteban Ocon, who's no slouch, both new to that team, and shows what a brilliant job he's done as a rookie. I'm going to give a shout out to Jack Doohan also, who's beaten his more experienced teammate Pierre Gasly only by a place, but he's beaten him, and that's all that counts in the head-to-heads. It was a bad session for Liam Lawson, as I've explained. Lewis Hamilton led the way in that session by Lando Norris, and then in third place was Charles Leclerc. So the Ferrari did look strong in that first SQ1. Was that a sign of things to come? Set to session 2 really did change things, didn't it? Isaac Hadjar finished in 15th, no time for him. Gabriel Bortoleto in 14th, another really good qualifying session for the rookie. Beats his more experienced teammate 5 places ahead of Nico Hülkenberg is Gabriel Bortoleto. He's done a brilliant job so far. 13th for Carlos Sainz, he was disappointed. He's been out-qualified by Alex Albon again. 13th place for 12th place for Ollie Behrman, and 11th place for Fernando Alonso, who's been out-qualified for his teammates. So another not so good session for him either. Star of that session was Alex Albon with a P7, and Lando Norris led the way in this session by George Russell, and then Oscar Piastri. The McLarens looked like really the teams to beat. They were absolutely flying. And then into the SQ3 session, and we got the surprise of our life. Lewis Hamilton, yes, you've heard it, the man that's been all hyped. Really, his struggles in Australia, I don't think anybody's not talked about them. Just absolutely whacked to one side. What a legend. Lewis Hamilton, doubt him at your peril. What a tremendous lap. The man is back. This has been one of his key problems, and we were all questioning, can he do it again? Has he got that qualifying pace? Has he lost it? He's up against Charles Leclerc, arguably the best qualifier on the grid. And, well, 2 races in, he beats him to a first sprint qualifying pole position. He was absolutely overjoyed with that. It was a brilliant lap as well. The first sector was really well put together. Probably one of the best turn ones we've seen for a while, the way he held that car together. And his second sector was absolutely brilliant. He just held on in sector 3 to pull off a new lap record around China. Many doubted him, and well, he's proved them wrong again. That is Lewis Hamilton, an absolute legend. And alongside him, second place, who other than Max Verstappen, just 18 thousandths of a second behind Lewis Hamilton. This guy is absolutely incredible because that car looked nowhere. He was sixth in SQ2, just looked like he was not going to get anywhere. They were struggling all throughout the session, struggling in FP1 also. And he just pulled off a brilliant lap and nearly stuck it on pole position. And to see them two rivals again, first and second, just shows what true quality drivers they both are. And an absolutely brilliant lap from Max Verstappen, because that car was slipping, sliding all the way around, and the way he just managed to just keep speed in it and just pull it off into second was absolutely brilliant from him. Oscar Piastri, the first of the McLaren drivers, yes, they just fell away I'm not sure what happened with them. They'd be really scratching their heads because they looked absolutely dominant. Pole position looked theirs for all the world. No doubt they'll be strong in the race, and the two guys ahead of them will be looking back at Oscar and hoping that they can keep him behind, because the way these manage their tyres, especially on a 19-lap sprint, will be brilliant towards the end, and I think they'll do well to hold back Oscar. Fourth place for Charles Leclerc, disappointing. He's been beaten by his teammate in qualifying. He had a really scruffy lap, not like him, and finished in fourth. He was disappointed with his run. George Russell in fifth place, again did one lap, and it just really come together for him. The shocker really of this one is Lando Norris in sixth place, and I'm still not got to, which is surprising. Sixth place for Lando Norris. For all the world, he looked like he'd be on pole position. Not sure really, but it was a really horrible lap for him in the end. Seventh place for Kimi Antonelli. He'll be disappointed actually, because there's quite a big gap, half a second to him and between him and George Russell. Not much between them, just one space between them, just seventh and fifth for the two Mercedes. But I think Kimi will be a little bit disappointed. He'd like to be closer to his teammate on overall, but other than that, probably where you'd expect him to be, just best of the rest. Yuki Tsunoda with a brilliant job in P8. Alex Albon in P9, the fastest of Williams, hoping to just nick a point tomorrow, for tomorrow in the sprint race. And Lance Stroll in P10 out-qualifies Fernando Alonso. Again, another really good session, another good race weekend for him. I hope he can just kick on from here. For my predictions, I had Lando Norris to take pole, Piastri second, and Leclerc third, and that phone book is right out the window. Only Oscar Piastri is the one of the top three that I kind of got right. Well, he was in second. I finished in third in the end. But Lewis Hamilton on pole position for the sprint. The way this grid is set out, the sprint should be absolutely brilliant. This Chinese Grand Prix does deliver brilliant sprint races and brilliant races, and it should be an absolute cracker. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. As always, see you next time.